So this is our 8th installment of the Tennyson Gambit, and I can't emphasize enough what it means when a player's spent their time against the e4 opening by white of studying a particular opening, like whether it be Sicilian or Caro-Can or French. But the people who play the center counter game or the Scandinavian are particularly devoted to that particular type of chess, and there's some very strong players that do it. In this particular game, we have a master-rated blitz player. And this master-rated blitz player doesn't seem to know what to do with the Tennyson Gambit. And the fact is that you need to at least have one line against it. Now, I come up with a novelty here, and we're going to see what the computer says about it. I haven't looked at it before, but I played it a couple times with great luck. And it just may be luck, so we'll have to see. And you'll help me analyze this in this iteration, our Tennyson Gambit number 8. And yes, Black burned a lot of time in this game, came up with some really seriously bad moves, so we'll look at it now. We'll start our engine, and you'll be able to see right away that he moves his bishop out first, which is correct. Now I move f3. So is this a true disaster? The question is, it looks like the rest of the world wants me to move like queen to e2 or various other things to take care of this, or maybe even bishop to c4 followed by queen to e2, and maybe d3, but I've never seen this particular move made. So it does occur in a couple different trappy variations. So he takes, which is the computer recommended line. Now it says he should just move e6, and that's the key. And he took a lot of time here trying to figure out what to do. So his bishop's being attacked, and his b-pawn's being attacked. And theoretically, he's got a lot of alternatives, and bishop to c4 is coming out as well. So he moves his queen, and it turns out that this gives me an advantage. This is what it says. I just moved bishop to c4, which I did instantly, and now he just should move the simple e6. And I don't know what he was afraid of, some sort of amazing gambit that he hasn't seen before, but bishop to g6 is now the preferred move I see. And he comes up with the worst possible scenario. He moves his bishop to e6, and this should lose. So, although it says it's not really losing, I consider losing a +2. So, knight takes, f takes, and now the question is, how do we proceed? Do we just play normal moves? That's what I do. Knight to c6 is recommended. He plays c6 once again. Going now, he's definitely lost because I can now move knight to e4. Okay, that's the strongest move on the board, which I'm sure I didn't do. So Stockfish 8 says bishop to f4, which this computer program doesn't even consider. So I move now. I move back into basically a +2, which is still a winning position. And he needs to move knight to e6. These are all very obscure, difficult defensive moves. Just look at white's position. All the pieces are developed. Black has one. Plus his rooks are about to be connected. And so this is just too inviting. He moved the same piece twice again. So now we castle. And now instead of moving knight to e4, which it says is the most powerful move, I check. Monkey sees a check, monkey gives a check, but we're still +3. King to d8, rook on a to e1. And he pushes pawn. Would have turned out better than the computer suggestion. Now it's saying bishop to h4 is the right move, and I thought about that for a long time, actually. I moved it to f4, which isn't quite as good. So now we're not up 3 anymore, but we're still winning. And now he's considering knight takes f4, which leaves him in a completely miserable state. And after looking at this for 30-40 seconds, he resigned. And you can see why he is down 3. So his best move, according to the computer, is to move, well, it was to move king to c8, now it's to move queen to e8. So, he's basically giving up the world here. His king's stuck in the middle. He's down 3.5. It's a disaster. So he did the right thing resigning, and that was today's Tennyson Gambit lesson, how to screw up in the opening.